What if I told you I turned $1,100 into $1,800 only trading for a few hours this past week? You probably would not believe me, would you? But I have the proof, and I'm gonna talk about how I did it trading the Micro E-minis, trading futures, and just talking about why I really believe futures is an amazing tool for beginner day traders, for traders in general. And we're going to talk about it right here in this video. I'm going to show you account statements, real account statements, showing how I turned $1,100 that I deposited on Monday, and I only traded for 3 days and turned that $1,100 into $1,800. Going to show you guys here in this video. Let's go. All right, so before we look at the account statements, I just want to show you guys this move here at the end of day on Friday. I ended up buying here. I got in at the 2,902 area. So I basically got in 2,902. I ended up selling as we kind of popped back up here, up there to that 2,910 area. You kind of see we had a little bit of selling pressure there on top of that candle. This is a 5-minute candles. But look at this as we went into close. 84. When I say handles, I'm talking about like literally the points over here. So if it goes from 910 to 912, that's 2 handles. So basically every dollar move of the ES, of the futures contracts, is a handle. And just to kind of talk really quickly here, is when this is moving with the micros, you're getting $5 per handle. If you're trading the normal size ES, you're getting $50 per handle. So just to like a hypothetical here, from 902, I bought the dip, 902 there, up there to 982. So 80 handles. You could do the math. I think most of you guys know how to do addition and subtraction and stuff like that. But I just want to remind people that there's so much opportunity when it comes to trading futures. There are so many people out there that are confused, or they just don't understand that there is opportunity for trading the micros, for trading the ES, on the fence, because they're like, well, I don't know how to trade futures, or I don't know how to do this, and I've never traded futures. I've only ever traded penny stocks, things like that. Futures market is amazing for a couple different reasons. First off, if you find a instrument you like for me right now, I'm focused on the Micro E-minis. Every day I wake up and I look at one chart. I kind of already know where the support, where the resistance is. I have an overall game plan going into every single day. I don't have to waste any time scanning for stocks, searching for stocks, or anything like that. So I'm able to capitalize on moves even when there's not any hot opportunities in the small cap world. I can still look for opportunities trading futures because there's always some type of opportunity. There's always something. Obviously, sometimes you need to wait, you have some patience, things like that for the setups to come to you. But in general, most trading days, there's going to be an opportunity to have a safe overall risk to reward. And one of the things that I've been really focused on is just taking profit along the way, taking partials. You know, if I buy 5 contracts, 4 contracts, I'm taking partials. If I jump into a trade and all of a sudden the trade just goes exactly to where I want it to, let's say I shorted here at the 932 area, and it just drops down here to 920 almost instantly, I don't chase it. I just go ahead and take profit. I don't worry about it. And I'm just kind of being very methodical and realistic in that if I get into a position and a position goes in my favor and it's working and it's happening, I'm taking profit. I'm letting the trade work its way out. I have a plan, a target ahead of time, and all that. So the thing that I really love about futures is that it's just so much more consistent in terms of following support, resistance, to just having overall trends, to being able to get in, to get out. So I know I keep talking about why I like futures, but you guys are just here to see my account. But I started this account on Monday with $1,000. And if you see here, let's go, what was it, the first? I wired $1,000 into the account on the first right there. And then on the 4th was my first trading day here. If you go down here on the bottom, you can see my commissions, my fees. Started out with $1,100 there and finished that day with $228 in profit. Paid $13 in commissions and another $13 in fees. So at that point, I was up to $1,300. On the next day, traded just a little bit that day, actually. You can see how many contracts. I traded 12 contracts, and I was up at that point, up $165. I paid $10 in commissions and fees. The account was at that point up to $1,400. And then the next day on the 6th, Friday, so I traded 35 contracts, and I made $440 in profit. I paid $29 in commissions and fees, and my account balance at that point was $1,865. If I go to the overview here, you can see that I've got $1,865 in the account after starting on Monday with $1,100. So the possibility of growing a small account trading futures is very, very viable. If you know what you're doing, obviously you got to have an overall plan. You need to have some serious risk tolerance, things like that. You need to be able to cut off trades and everything. To be honest, I've pretty much been nailing most of my trades. Obviously, like the trade I showed you from Friday, I could have let that one run much longer, could have really maximized the profit there. That's one of the things that I really need to work on as a futures trader, is letting the patterns really kind of go to their max potential, taking partials along the way, but really kind of maximizing my trades. I feel good overall about it. I'm taking small, winners over and over and doing that and growing the account. So, going from $1,100 to $1,800 in less than a week is not bad at all. I feel like, especially, with a smaller account here. And that's the great thing about futures, is the leverage. You have opportunities. I've only, honestly, I swear on the Holy Bible, the most contracts that I've ever taken per trade was, I think at one point, maybe 6 was the maximum that I took on a trade. Normally, I'm taking maybe 2 to 3 contracts per trade. So you're seeing that I don't really need a ton of margin there. I don't need a ton of money. So I really could have started this account with $500. If each contract only costs $50, I could have started this account with only $500 and still grown it to the same potential, or really the same return, with only $500 in the account. I've never really even used all the margin in the account, or not the entire account balance. So not saying that, I coulda, shoulda, woulda here, but I'm just giving people examples that you don't need a ton of money. There's no PDT. The commissions are great. Everything overall, it's solid to trade the micros. And I think it's a really good tool if you are looking for an opportunity. And especially for me this week, it wasn't like I traded a ton either. I really only traded Friday. Friday was my biggest day of trading. The rest of the time was kind of just after hours, and it really wasn't even me, really getting into it here. So that's what I want to get across. I want to show you guys that it is possible to grow a small account trading the micro E-minis. I've seen a lot of people are like, oh, it's a waste of time. You're going to pay commissions and all that. And by the end of it, you're not going to make any money. But clearly, you can see here by looking at my account balance and looking how this has grown over the last week of really only trading maybe 3 days. And like I said, those 3 days weren't even like full days of trading. So I'm looking forward to next week to kind of see where we are. The market's had some great volatility, some great action. But I just wanted to get this out there to show people that, at the end of the day, if you put in the effort, you put in the time, the work, you can grow a small account. I mean, that's a 60% return on $1,100 with only spending a couple hours a day trading. That's not bad. A lot of people, there's plenty of people in the world that work 40-hour weeks and they don't make $700. So this is very possible for someone. We know what's really great about this is trading futures is great for somebody who has maybe a full-time job. If you work a 9-to-5 job and you're not able to trade the market open, you're not able to trade during the market hours, trading futures can be great because guess what? You can now trade after hours. You can trade during the night. You can trade early morning. You can trade, you have so many more opportunities to trade. And there's always I don't want to say there's always action, but there's definitely plenty of action. Again, patience is going to be key to kind of wait for that perfect setup to bounce, off support or resistance, things like that. So you're going to need a little bit of patience, but in general, the opportunities are there. So don't feel restricted to you only having to trade equities. Don't feel restricted to only trading equities, especially if you have a small account. I think you can open an account with $500 and still, you can buy 10 contracts with $500, which you don't need to do. You only need to buy maybe 2 to 3 contracts, and you can grow that $500 to $1,000 to $1,500, and make a nice little additional income for yourself to supplement your income already. So I think futures is really a great opportunity for that. So just wanted to give you guys an update on where I'm at with futures, why I'm kind of really pushing futures right now. It's not because I'm getting paid by the CME or anything like that. It's really just because I'm confused on why more people don't trade futures. I'm just really confused on why more people aren't trading futures and why more people, the first thing they think about is how to open an offshore account so they can trade stocks, really penny stocks, volatile stocks like that. And you don't get the same leverage anyway. It's not like if you put $500 into an account, you're only going to get, 4-to-1 leverage, maybe 3-to-1 leverage, depending on the broker at that point. So the risk is there. The commissions are not good. Everything is not good about starting a small account and trading with a small account when you're a beginner, because it's just not a good process. The cool thing about the futures is you can really get in and out quickly. There's plenty of liquidity. You don't have to worry. Obviously there's going to be volatility, but it's not like you're going to have a halt. It's not like something, news is going to come out and all of a sudden the market's going to be halted like a stock, like a penny stocks where they drop, 100% or 50% in a matter of seconds. So really, the opportunity is there, and I keep preaching that because like I said, I'm just confused on why more people don't think about trading futures over trading penny stocks, especially when you have a small account. So there it is. I'm growing my account. Hopefully, you guys are growing your account as well. My goal, I'd say by the end of next week, is to maybe get to $3,000. I'm not going to really put any pressure on myself because I know what happens when I put pressure on myself because I end up doing stupid things. I'm just going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing, just, small gains adding up. If I can make $50, $60 per trade and do that 3 or 4 times a day, that's all I need to do, and it's going to grow my account. So there it is, growing the futures account, trading the micro E-minis. But I really want to get the point across to show you guys that trading the micros is a very, very viable alternative to trading penny stocks or anything like that, or, having a ton of risk, like with the if I'm trading a full-size if I'm trading the full-size E-mini, my risk is much larger than trading the micros, but the micros still can really help you grow an account and can really still give you profit along the way. So there it is. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor, hit that like button, the subscribe button, all those buttons down below.
If you're still watching this video, don't worry. There's a lot more videos right here on the #1 day trading channel for you to check out and learn more about day trading. So don't be afraid and check out these videos right over here. 1, 2, newest and latest and greatest videos for you to check out. Also, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already.